my name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold, and this week I'm bringing along a very special challenge for you, and I wonder if you could join us. So bringing along the absolute classic beautiful origami crane, which is from Japan, and it's seen very much as a symbol of good luck and good health and has an awful lot of meaning. It's so beautiful as well. And in Japan they string up hundreds and hundreds of cranes to wish good luck. So I'm going to tell you in a moment a little bit more about this, but it's very special because in Japan, as children, people learn to fold cranes, and wondering if it can inspire more children, but actually people of all ages, to get folding cranes. And it's a really lovely, calming, beautiful thing to do. It's a little bit of a challenge, but that's what makes it exciting too. So the crane, the reason I'm bringing this actually back to you, because I've made a film before about the crane, is because of someone very special who I recently met, a lady called Kimi, and she's from Japan, and she has been working on some beautiful work called the Yumetomo project. I hope that's correct, Yumetomo project. And she's been working with people who are in care homes, people with dementia, and encouraging them to get folding again as they did when they were younger, and to make beautiful cranes which will then be displayed. So this is all in Okawa in Japan, and their aim is to create 20,000 cranes by mid-July to exhibit there. And they've also been making gifts as well to give to people. So I'm going to read out on the back of this as well. So it says omotenashi. So this is the Japanese way of hospitality, the idea of being generous and kind. Gifts from Japan with all our hearts. And people with dementia have been making these beautiful cranes to give to others, to feel part of the world. One by one, these Orizuru origami cranes were created with deep feeling by people in Japan, including dementia patients, the elderly who need care, as well as members of Team Expo 2025 programme. There's something even bigger to share another time. In Japan, we have a culture to create origami cranes while praying for the health and happiness of people who are important to us. So I wonder if you'd like to join making a special crane. First of all, make one for yourself, because it's important you do that for you. It's a gift for you. And then if you can make a second or even more cranes, then I wonder if you might like to donate your cranes to send to Japan for an exhibition in Okawa in July. So if you're in the UK, I will put a little address. So it's Kimi, and she's in a college here in Oxford, which is where I am. And you could post, and if they can get to Kimi by mid-June, then they can be sent off further to Japan. And that would be amazing, wouldn't it? So first of all, get yourself a piece of paper. In this case, I have got half an A4 piece of paper. So this is an A5 piece of paper. I'm going to make a square. I am actually going to teach you how to fold the crane in a traditional way, because I've shown it before. But this traditional way of folding is very calming. It's very nice in the hands. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. So great, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to make a square from that, and then we're going to get folding. I hope you're going to enjoy this, and maybe you could even make lots and lots of them, and then you can string them up. So you can put a little thread through the back there, and you can thread them up, have them hanging up, and they can look really beautiful. So first of all, we're going to make a square like so. There we go. And I'm going to remove the rectangle, so I'm going to turn it over. And actually the size here is quite a big size, but this is the normal size for origami paper. And in Japan you can get really beautiful paper. Sometimes you can buy them here as well. So they're usually to make cranes because they're seen as so special. And can you see I'm just tearing off, I've done a good strong fold, so I'm going to tear off that strip. So how to make a crane the traditional way. So first of all, I have got a square, and I have folded in half along the diagonal line. There we go. So if you had origami paper, which is colourful on one side and white on the other, you want the colour on the outside now. Great. So first of all, we're going to do a halfway line. So we're going to fold this in half. Here we go. Lining this up. Good strong fold. There we go. So you've got a little pocket here, and if you pop your finger into that pocket, you can bring this up and squash it down to make a square. That's it. So this is the way that I learned, and actually I've been sometimes teaching origami in a different way because I've been on camera, but here I'm going to show you the traditional way. So next, turn it round, and I just want you to take that flap and just fold it back, just so this sticks out. Can you see? And we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to take that, pop your finger in, gets rid of any wrinkles. And often people making 1,000 cranes will use tiny little papers, and they actually fit in your hand a lot better actually. Small is quite good, but I think you need to master it first before you do that. There we go. So it's all bunched up at the bottom, it's all loose here. So I want you to take all of this loose end at the top and fold it to the middle line, like so. There we go. And also soon, end of this month, we'll also be doing a live session with Kimi from Japan, and she's actually here in Oxford at the moment, visiting for a little bit outside to the middle, and we're going to talk about cranes and the work that she does, and we're going to fold cranes together, and I will record that so you'll be able to see that as well. I hope you'll find it interesting. And she describes this idea of almost like a circle of smiles. If you do this, you'll start smiling, and then that spreads to others. So I've folded both sides to the middle. Now take that bottom triangle and just fold it up, and it's really just to give a little line there, like so. There we go. So your next step is to undo that. I always think of opening a little present. Lovely shape. And I want you to take this top layer, just the top layer, and maybe holding that and bringing this down. Now what you need to do is roll in the sides. Can you see I'm rolling in the sides, but just this one layer. And I'm going to flatten that there. And down here, again, you may need to get your finger in there, getting rid of the wrinkles. You're trying to get this all lined up, so it all comes together like this. There we go. And just go gentle. I think paper's a little bit like a person. It's amazing what you can do with it, but you have to be kind and gentle. And that's also what I'm encouraging with origami. Go gentle, be kind to yourself. You know you will get there given that. So if you turn it round, we're going to do the same thing again. So holding this bottom triangle, taking this top layer and bringing it down. And again, you're having to do a little bit of gymnastics with the paper. I'm rolling it in like so. And something as well, which I think that this is all about, is it's all about community, doing things together. It's about conversation while you're folding. And that you're often thinking of others, so you're making this to cheer others up. And wouldn't that be amazing to make a crane and send it to Japan? I think we're going to have to do more as well for the future, because they're aiming for a really big exhibition. So watch this space. We hope we can make more things happen and feel more connected to the other side of the world when we've been so isolated. Okay, so you've got your piece of paper. This end I think is the leggy end, so let's turn it round. So you've got your legs there, you see the wings are emerging there, leggy in there. So our next step is to sort of tighten it up. We're going to take this bottom edge and fold it into the middle, like so. And again, take your time to be nice and accurate, like so. And it's just tightening it up there. There we go. And the outside to the middle line. Or maybe you can make cranes and leave them in surprising places. I've been taking my cranes out to the park as well, and enjoying seeing them in nature and putting them on flowers, and really nice. There we go. So that's one side, and then turn to the back. And if you do this enough, you will start to remember it. I know it's hard to imagine because there's quite a lot of steps to this, but you will. The bottom edge, this is very much from memory for me because I've done it so many times and it's just a joy. There's something very beautiful and uplifting about the crane, and so I've done it before. It's a really good reason to do it again, because actually that's often what it involves, doing it many times. It's very calming. Bottom edge to the middle. And of course I think cranes are seen as good luck around the world, aren't they? I think like storks as well, bringing new life and symbols of luck. There we go. So what you've got now, you can see you've got wings. We need to, one of these will become a head and one will become a tail. So I'm going to slightly turn it round sideways and open up that side and take this bottom bit, it's flat at the moment, I'm bringing it upwards and then folding it in on itself. So in Japan people learn this at kindergarten, my word. It's not the easiest thing to do. As I said, this is a challenge, but that's a really good thing to do. So just to show you again, I took one side, I turned it sideways, I lifted this up and I folded it into itself, which sort of toughens it up, gives it a bit of character as well. Oh, it looks like a head's emerging already. Can you see? And I'm going to do the same with the other side. Opening up the side, could be a parrot at the moment, and lifting this up and again folding it into itself like so. So we're almost there. Now you have to decide which end is going to be the head and which end will be the tail. I think this is definitely telling me it wants to be a head. So to do that, I tend to fold it inwards and then squash it like so. There we go. So you now have your crane. So the final moment is to open up the wings and you can gently pull it out, and that inflates the back as well. And that is your crane. And as I said, you could maybe put a little string through there. So there's a little hole there, you can put a little string and hang up lots together as well. I hope you've enjoyed this, and maybe you could send your crane to Japan, but definitely make some for yourselves. Thank you.